Every year when GQ releases their fashion predictions, the internet splits in two. One half treats it like scripture. GQ said it, must be fact. The other half rolls their eyes like, okay, here we go again. And honestly, I get both sides. But here's the thing, both are kind of missing the point. Because GQ, for all their editorial drama, they're not clueless. They're usually early, not random. But that's exactly the issue. Early doesn't always mean practical. And it definitely doesn't always mean wearable. At least not for men with, actual lives. Like if you're commuting to work, meeting your buddies for a drink, going on a date, dealing with real weather. You're not dressing like you're on a runway in Milan. So I'm not here to tear GQ apart, but I'm also not here to blindly agree with everything. I just want to look at these 2026 predictions like I would with a friend. Talk it through, laugh at a few, nod at some. And most importantly ask, would a real guy actually wear this? So if you ever find yourself thinking, wait, am I crazy? Or is this actually ridiculous? You're in the right place. My name is Omari and I'm here to help you upgrade your everyday style. Fast, simple, no fluff. Let's dive in. Before we get into the individual pieces, let's set the tone. Trends are not rules. They're not commandments from the style gods. They're more like suggestions. Here's what could be cool. Take what works, ignore what doesn't. Because real style isn't about obeying trends. It's about using them to fine-tune your personal look. So if a trend makes you feel more confident or adds something interesting to your wardrobe, cool. If it makes you feel like you're pretending to be someone else, hard pass. You don't need to dress like a concept art character to look like you've got your life together. Alright, let's talk about the one that made my eyebrows hit the ceiling. Ballet flats. For men. Yeah, I had to double check that sentence too. Not because it was deep or poetic, just because I thought I misread it. Now, I get the idea. Softness, breaking norms, challenging the classic masculinity uniform, all valid points. But when I imagine the average guy who already struggles choosing between two pairs of sneakers, waking up and thinking, I think today's is a ballet flat day. Yeah, I don't see it. It just feels very fashion bubble, like something you'd see in Soho on a Thursday night, but not at your local coffee shop on a rainy Tuesday morning. And again, this isn't judgment. If someone can make it work, more power to them. But for most men, this isn't about taste, it's about practicality. And ballet flats just don't check enough boxes. Next up, we have engineer boots. Now, I love boots. Chelsea boots, lace-up boots, desert boots. But engineer boots specifically, that's a whole different vibe. We're talking thick soles, heavy buckles, straps going every which way. It starts to feel like the boots are wearing you. And if you've ever tried them on, you know exactly what I mean. They make you feel like you're a part of a motorcycle gang you didn't sign up for. They're dramatic, they're loud, they're hard to style. And unless you've already got a pretty bold wardrobe, they just end up collecting dust while you reach for your usual pair. So yeah, cool on the right guy, but not exactly plug and play for the average wardrobe. Alright, let's switch lanes. Let's talk about handbags for men. Now, we need to make a distinction here. When I say handbags, I mean full on. This used to be in a woman's catalog handbags. And for me personally, I don't get it. It's not because men can't carry things, we all have stuff. But the form factor of a handbag, the shape, the size, the energy, just doesn't mesh with how most men dress. It feels like you're carrying a prop, not a bag. Now here where it flips. I'm totally on board with small leather bags, crossbody bags, minimalist shoulder bags. That stuff makes sense. They're functional, they're discreet, they don't hijack the outfit. The goal is utility, not drama. And that's the real issue. It's not bags versus no bags. It's, does this feel like it belongs in your wardrobe, or is it just trendy for trend's sake? Okay, time for a positive one. High and tight V-necks. Now, I know V-necks have taken a beating over the last decade. Somewhere between 2009 and 2013. They got overworn and misused. But the new take, thick structured knits, sharper cuts, wool textures, that's different. Picture it, a heavyweight V-neck sweater. Not deep, not droopy, high and clean. Maybe paired with slim straight jeans and a solid boot. It's a mature look, stylish without trying too hard. Throw in some earth tones, you're winning. This trend feels wearable, like something your current wardrobe could actually support. Okay, let's go back to footwear. Let's talk about approach shoes. Now, these are tricky. Done right, they're sleek. Unexpected, kinda cool. Done wrong, you look like you're about to go bouldering indoors. The trick here is subtlety. Go for muted tones, simple soles. Nothing that looks like it belongs in a climbing catalog. What I like is the vibe, outdoorsy but chill. But the second they get too chunky or technical, it falls apart. Here's a concept I really like. GQ called it a little fun as a treat, which, let's be honest, sounds like a fashion cheat day. And I love that. It's about adding one playful detail to an otherwise clean outfit. Not turning yourself into a walking meme, just a splash of personality. Maybe it's a colorful beanie, a statement ring, even a pair of unexpected sneakers. The point is, it's balanced. You've got the structure, you've got the fit, then you add one fun element, and that's the difference between style and costume. Let's talk vintage, specifically vintage jackets. I'm into it, but with conditions. A vintage waxed barber, amazing. A perfectly aged leather jacket, timeless. But here's the catch. Vintage doesn't mean beat to death. It shouldn't look like it smells like a garage sale, or like you gave up halfway through laundry day. There's a difference between character and neglect. One says cool, the other says I got dressed in the dark. Okay, confession time. Argyle sweaters, I just can't. I see them and my brain goes straight to sitcom dads and golf uncles. Even though patterns are coming back, this one just feels aging on most guys. It adds years, not edge. Women can sometimes pull it off in a stylish, iconic way. For men, it's riskier. Way riskier. Next up, we have black derby shoes. GQ says they're the future. Honestly, they're just solid classics. They work with jeans, they work with suits, they survive bad weather. If you get a resolable pair with good leather, you're set for years. But let's not act like this is a hot new thing. It's a return to basics, and that's a good thing. Alright, here's a quiet winner. Metal frame glasses. Clean, subtle, timeless. There's something about them that just says, I have taste, but I'm not trying to make it a whole thing. It's a low-key flex. They elevate your face without turning your face into the outfit. So, what's the big picture here? GQ's 2026 fashion list, it's not bad. Some hits, some head scratchers. But remember this. These are ideas, not commandments. You don't have to say yes to everything. You don't have to get every trend. Pick what fits your lifestyle. Try what excites you. Ignore what feels fake. And if you're ever staring at a trend thinking, am I the problem, or is this actually nonsense? It's probably the trend. Trust your taste. Thanks for watching. My name is Umari. I wish you all the best. Until next time. Peace.